At this hour, there are reports from around the world describing strange occurrences at literally thousands of cemeteries.
For years we've heard predictions of a great event to come. Everything around us points us to that day. Earthquakes, wars, and famine, and we watch as millions die. Still everything will be alright, we say. As it was in days of Noah, just before the coming flood, the warnings we have heard yet not believed. But our unbelief won't stop the coming judgment hand of God, nor unseal the fate of those too blind to see. As the end of time approaches, people wonder what's ahead. The prophecies are spoken, we have all heard what they've said. There will come a generation that the midnight hour finds. On that day will you be ready, or will you be left behind? On that day will you be ready, or will you be left behind?
For the latest on these strange cemetery disturbances, we go live to our own John Richardson. John, this is very unusual. What's happening this morning?
Stephen, reports from the cemeteries around the world, as well as the cemetery I'm right across from now, indicate a bizarre phenomenon taking place. The best way I can describe it is that specific grave sites, not all, but some, literally appear to have been opened from the inside out. Government officials, as well as private citizens who have been investigating these events, report finding no remains of any kind. One official, speaking off the record and wishing to remain anonymous, said, "It's as if no one was ever buried." Steve, I am a born-again Christian, and I may get fired for saying this on the air, but the only explanation I can give you is that we have always been taught that Jesus Christ would return, and that one of the signs surrounding his coming would be a resurrection, if you will, of born-again Christians who had died. As a believer myself, I have no other explanation for these events. Back to you, Steve.
Well, I'm not a believer, John, but everyone is entitled to their opinion as to these events. John, hold it right there. I'm going to send it back to you while we check on another breaking story. Now, whether the two stories are related, I don't know. Reports are now pouring in worldwide concerning the disappearance now of living human beings. John, while we gather more information on this latest breaking story, we'll send it back to you. John? John? Are you there?
On that day will you be ready, or will